speaking will be useless unto you. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
It does not profit anything unto you because that word does not dwell in the flesh. The word dwell in the soul of man who are in the spirit. Apostle John was in the spirit on the day of Yah, and he had a voice.
As of a trumpet.
As of a trumpet.
Say,
Say,
I am the Alpha
I am the Alpha
and Tau,
I am the Tau,
the first
I am the first,
and the last.
I am the last.
And write in a book what you see.
Write anything I will show you. Write it in a book. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
That is why when you are in the assembly and prophecies coming out on the message of belief, write it down. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
When you hear an important point, pen it down. Whatever you see, write. Whatever you shall hear, write it. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah. And send it to the 7 assemblies
After writing it, you are going to send it to the 7 assemblies of Yahweh
of Asia,
that is existed in Asia Minor.
to Ephesus,
You are going to send it to the assembly of Yahweh in Ephesus,
to Smyrna,
to Smyrna,
to
to
Pergamos,
Pergamos,
to Thyatira,
to Sardis,
to Philadelphia,
and to
Laodicea.
Laodicea. Send it to the 7 assemblies.
And I turned to see the voice which spoke
And I
to
want
me.
to ask you a question. What if Apostle John was still sleeping while Yeshua was delivering the message on the Sabbath day? Because that day you received the message was on the Sabbath day, but he was keeping that attention. Apostle John was agile in the presence of the Most High. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
He was agile. He was paying close attention. What of if he was sleeping and such message was going out?
We will not write that.
What is he going to write? Which means Yeshua did not send any message to his assembly. Hallelujah. Whatever you see, whatever you hear, write it down. And after writing it down, send it to the 7 assemblies which are in Asia. And we began to number these assemblies by names. Which means Yeshua knows where each assembly is located. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I wish things were here. Yeshua knows where each of these assemblies are what?
Located.
Located, where they are. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Even this assembly that is in this place today, Yeshua knows that the assembly is here. Hallelujah.
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 It is not a child play that you are here. It is not a childish something that we are doing. We are doing a serious business to represent the Messiah on earth. That is our mission. Shout hallelujah. The demons have agents of darkness who represent them. Satan has demonic kingdom in various places. Then Yeshua has his own kingdom, that is the assembly, scattered in various places as well. And the aim is to dominate the whole world before he will come back. Shout hallelujah. But what if the assembly is sleeping while Yeshua is talking? How do you think he will see us? Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Praise be to the name of Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
Whatever you see, write it down and send it to the 7 assemblies which are in Asia. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Go on.
12.
Verse 12.
And I turned to see the voice
When
which
I
spoke
come
to
back
me.
to see the voice that speak unto me,
And having turned,
when I come back,
I saw 7 golden lampstands.
7 candlesticks. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
That is the symbol of the assembly. If we are to put any symbol to represent for us, the symbol of the assembly of Yahweh is 7 candlesticks, which is called the golden menorah. It is called menorah in Hebrew. Hallelujah. Menorah. I will write it down. What John saw was a menorah, 7 candlestick, which is menorah. Hallelujah. 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 I'm not good in drawing. Can you draw the 7 candlestick here for us? So that everybody will see what Apostle John saw. Should I do it in Bagabaga way? Draw it for us. Just he saw the menorah. Draw it. 7 candlestick. So I wish it will help us to understand what Apostle Yakana and Apostle John saw on that 21st Sabbath day. Shout hallelujah.
Menorah.
Yes, menorah. 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 It means the 7 candlestick. Hallelujah. So when Apostle John turned back to hear and to see, who is this that speaks to me in a special way on this Sabbath day, when he turned back to see, what he saw was a 7 candlestick. It is called the golden menorah, right? Hallelujah. Shout hallelujah. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Okay, are you through? Actually, I'm not much. Just thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. God is going to be greater than God. The center one. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's okay, thank you. This is the 7 candlestick. If there is anything that will represent the physical symbol of the assembly of Yahweh, this is the 7 what? And when Apostle John turned to see who he was speaking, he saw the golden lampstand. It is called the lampstand. It's also called the 7 candlestick. Shout hallelujah. This is 1 candlestick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hallelujah. These 7 candlesticks represent the 7 assemblies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hallelujah. And this assembly, we are standing in particular in one, all of them are having one standing, and that is Yeshua. Because the assembly was built on a solid rock, and that rock is Yeshua. Shout hallelujah. This is the mystery of the faith. And when he turned, he saw what? The 7 candlesticks. Right? Read on. Read on.
13.
Verse 13.
And in the midst of the 7 lampstands.
In the middle of the 7 lampstands, that was why I said, lift this one up. In the middle of the 7 candlesticks, in the middle,
one like the son of Adam.
I saw someone, his countenance, his semblance was like the Son of Man. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
You know what Nebuchadnezzar saw in the Babylonian Empire when he was the king? The day that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were thrown into the fire, right? And Nebuchadnezzar was watching closely, and he said, come, hey, you commander, come. I think we put 3 people here, but I'm seeing 4 people, and one of them is like the Son of Man. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
And when John turned back to see him, he saw 7 candlesticks. And he looked closely and saw in the middle of the 7 candlesticks somebody like the Son of Man. Shout hallelujah.
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 Yeshua is alive forever.
Hallelujah.
He is alive forever. Hallelujah. He was the one that is. He was. And he is to come. And what happened when he saw the one that looked like the Son of Man?
One like the Son of Man, dressed in a robe down to the feet.
He dressed in a robe down from the top to bottom.
And girded about the chest with a golden band.
And he was girded about the chest with a golden band.
And his head and hair were white as white wool.
Hallelujah.
As snow.
What does it mean that he has a garment from up down? Hallelujah. He's a perfect man. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yeshua is perfect in righteousness. Because the garment there represent his behavior, his character. He is perfect in his character. He is perfect in righteousness. I hope the assembly is hearing me here.
Yes.
Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hello. Children, what do I say that the garment that Yeshua wore between from here now? They are what? What do I say? Yes, I don't know. What do I say? That the garment that Yeshua wore from here in the spirit down to his leg represent. Perfect what? That is the perfect. He is perfect in character. He is perfect in righteousness. Because the robe or the white garment is the righteousness of the saints. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Okay, what again?
And his eyes as a flame of fire.
No, before
14.
Yes.
And his head and hair were white as white wool.
Yeah, because I know that he dropped something. His head, and his head, the hair of his head was like white wool. Do you know what is a wool? Huh? You know what is a wool? His head was like white wool. What does it represent? He is ancient of days. Shout hallelujah. Shout hallelujah. He is ancient of days. He's not a kid. Shout hallelujah. The head and the hair was shining as a snow. White like a snow. It means that he is clothed in righteousness and he is ancient of days.
And his eyes are the flame of fire.
And his eyes were like the flame of fire. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
What John saw on that Sabbath day was terrible. His eyes were like a flame of fire. What does it mean? He sees everything. He sees everything. The eyes was widely open like a flame of fire. Even in darkness, he can still see. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. That's why in the book of Psalm chapter 11 verse 4 it says, Yahweh is in his holy temple. Yahweh's throne is in heaven, but his eyelids behold the children of men. He still sees even in darkness, because his eyes was like a flame of fire. He can see in darkness. He can see inside the ocean. He can see in the desert. His white eyes can see everything. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
And his feet like burnished brass.
When you look at his feet, it was like a brass. Doesn't look like my feet. It was covered with brass.
As if refined in a furnace.
As if it was refined in a fire. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
That is standing in the time, standing firm and unshakable. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Foundation of light. The foundation, golden foundation. His feet were full of brass. Shining. Yes.
And his voice has the sound of many waters.
When I want to listen to his voice, it's like the sound of many water. That's how the voice sounds. Like many water. Have you been close to the ocean before? Or a big river? And the river, when the river will roar, you will hear the waves, the voice of the wave of the sea. And the voice of Yeshua was like a rolling water. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Which means he doesn't speak like that. That's why he talked to us in the dream. That's why he do not speak to us physical. And he talk to us in a trance. Or he speak to us in the dream. Shout hallelujah. Or he speak to us in our soul. Because we can't hear his voice and continue to stand. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
It doesn't sound like the voice of a man. It was like the voice of many water. Making noise. Great noise.
16.
Verse 16.
And in his right hand,
But when I look at his right hand, I saw
he holds 7 stars.
he was holding 7 stars.
And out of his mouth,
In his right hand, he was holding how many stars?
7 stars.
When we are going down before the end, in around verse 20, we shall see the meaning of that 7 stars. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
But just remember that he holds 7 stars in his hand.
And out of his
And
mouth,
not just in his hand, but in his right hand. Hallelujah.
hallelujah.
Holding the 7 stars in his hand means that he cares for the 7 stars. That's why he holds it, because the right hand of Yahweh is power. The right hand of Yahweh is full of strength. That's why during the time when Jacob was to bless his people, he carried the lesser of Manasseh and placed in his hand, the right hand of Manasseh. He placed his left hand on Ephraim. Shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. He blessed the younger. Praise Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
His right hand. And his children, because they understand these mysteries, they are not like believers of today. They know spiritual things. And they say, no, it's not like that too. You are placing your right hand on the younger one instead of the elder. The one say, no, I know what you have to do. Shout hallelujah. I know what I'm doing. That is a spiritual thing. The Almighty is indirectly saying that the younger one will be greater than the elder one. Shout hallelujah. He closed his hand. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
You know, they brought the younger and placed before his right hand. They placed the Keresutia before his left hand. And when he was about to bless them, he crossed his hand like this. Shout hallelujah. You need to be spiritual. You need to rise in spiritual. You need to see this thing that we are seeing. You go lie down. Right. Because the thing we go so they joy. Inner joy. That's when somebody can forget about work. That's the time you forget about sorrow. That's the time you forget about lack of money. That's the time you forget about worldly things. And focus your attention to the spiritual things. It gives joy. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Joy that money cannot give. Joy that nothing of this world can give. Let's continue. Yes.
And out of his mouth,
Then when I look at his mouth, I saw two-edged sword.
went a two-edged sword.
I saw two-edged sword in his mouth. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
You know what is a sword? But this time I'm going to carry now. Shout hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I saw two-edged a sword that was sharpened on both sides. What does it mean? On a wheel, on a sofa, shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
He can save. He can kill. He can save the righteous. He can destroy the wicked. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Two-edged sword.
And his face was as the sun shining in his strength.
And that is why in the book of Hebrews, chapter 4, verse 12, said that the word of Yahweh is like what? Two-edged sword, piercing both the bone and marrow. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Bringing out the intent of the heart, piercing the bone and marrow. That's why sometimes when we speak the word of Yahweh, the thing is directly into your soul. Picking the thing that you have done in the secret, bringing them out to you, and you know it. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
The sword represents the word of Yahweh, who can kill, who can save. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. The two-edged sword. It was one sword, but I'm now. It was sharpened on this side. It was sharpened on this side. On the inside there. On the panel side there. It gets an unbeliever who is not ready to live. He can kill. He can even a believer who has fallen away from the faith and he refuses to repent. He can kill. He can destroy. He can save. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
And his face was as the sun shining.
When I look at his face, you know, John was still describing what he saw in the middle of the golden candlestick. When I look at his face, the face was like the sun rising in his strength. I don't know, it's not just the sun. See that here? Have you seen the sun around 11 o'clock, around 12 o'clock, around 1 o'clock? Shout hallelujah. That is the time the sun was in his strength. It's not the sun that is going down. No, that one you can even look at it. It's going down. It's already tired. Going back to sleep. But when you see the sun rising in his strength, and his face was shining like a sun rising in his strength. Yeshua was full of strength and he is a shining light. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
He dwells in unapproachable light which no man can see. That is why we do not look at the sun that is still rising in his strength. You can't look at it. You Apostle Paul. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
You know, that was what Apostle Paul saw. This thing that John saw now, Apostle Paul saw Yeshua, and he was a great man. He thought, hey, who is that person? Who is that? He thought, when he tried to look, the face was not ordinary face. It was like a rising sun in his strength. The thing China, hallelujah. Hallelujah. But the man you saw you here. Are you here? What are you thinking about? Let's see the next verse. Yes?
18.
Verse 18. Verse 17. Yes, God.
And when I saw him, I fell at his feet.
That time I fell at his feet. As a dead man. Shout hallelujah. Even if you are you saw the same thing will happen. But how can you see this type of thing? In the midst of the golden candlestick, you saw someone, he doesn't have this type of feet. He doesn't have this type of body. The feet was brass. The head was white as a wool, white wool, pure white. Both the head and the hair, and the hairs. Shout hallelujah. Look at the side, the right hand, he was carrying gold, the 7 stars at his right hand. Then when you look at his mouth, you see sword. Two-edged sword, sharpened on both sides. You saw it in his mouth. Hallelujah. When you want to hear his voice, you hear the voice that is sounding like the many waters. Hallelujah. You try to look at his face, you see a rising sun. And then you look at his eyes, the eyes was like fire. I told you, you will run out from that place. Me, I know to stay there again. Hallelujah. And Apostle John cannot hold himself again. He went and fell down on his feet like a dead man. What happened?
And he placed his right hand
on me.
Saying, do not be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
I am the first.
I am the first.
And the last.
I am the last.
And the living one. And the living one.
I am the one that is still alive. I am the first. I am the last.
And the living one.
Yes.
And I became dead. And see.
I was the one that was dead. I was the first, and I am the last. The one that liveth, and the one that was dead. You know?
See.
Yes.
And see, I am living forever and ever.
Lord, I live forever and
Amen.
ever. Amen. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I am the living one. I am that one that they killed in Israel in Golgotha. But now I am alive again. And forever and ever I will continue to be alive.
And I possess the key.
And Apostle John said, Amen. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Because somebody else for I found out. What happened?
And I possess the key, so I pray.
I am the one that holds the key to the grave and
of death.
I am the one that holds the key to the grave and the one that holds the key to death. If I say somebody will die, no one will save him. If I say that he will live, no demon will kill you. I am the one that holds the key of death and grave. That is whom you worship. That means believers are not to panic. We are not to panic. Even in the deep sickness, we are not to panic. Even in a grave danger, we are not to panic. And that is why David understood these things and he said, even if I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. For thou art with me. Because thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. He understood that Yahweh holds the key to life and death. He holds the key to grave. The next verse.
19.
Verse 19.
Write therefore what you have seen.
I want you to write down what you have seen today because it may not repeat again. I want you to write it and preserve it for the future assemblies because I'm still going to call somebody like Pastor Boom. He will read these things and know how the characteristic, the physique of Yeshua. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Write it and give it. Now, somebody who will call Evangelist Chido, he will come and see this book and read it from your writings. Right.
What you have seen.
What you have seen.
Both what is now.
What is now.
And what shall take place after this.
And the thing that are to come after, hereafter.
The secret of the seven stars.
Okay, let me explain to you the secret of the seven stars. These are the things. Two things I will explain to you is the secret of the seven stars in my right hand and the secret of the seven candlesticks. That's what I'm going to explain to you. Others I will just leave it like that. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
And John said, explain to me. What did he say?
And the seven candles lampstand. The seven stars are the messengers of the seven assemblies.
The seven stars represent the angel of the seven assemblies, and the ministers or the spirit of Yahweh that stand in the assembly. The seven stars you saw in my right hand are the ministers of the seven assemblies, and the spirit angels or the physical ministers. These are the seven stars, which means that each assembly of Yahweh have one angel or spirit of Yahweh that guide the assembly, protect the assembly, fight for the assembly, teach the assembly, encourage the assembly, instruct the assembly. The seven stars represent the seven angels of the seven assemblies, the ministers. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
The Hebrew word translated angel is malak, and malak means a messenger. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
One of the candlestick.
And the seven lampstands which you saw are seven assemblies.
The seven candlesticks that we saw are seven assemblies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am the pillar, and I stand on top of it. That is seven assemblies. These two mysteries are the only mystery that I will explain to you in all that you have seen. Shout hallelujah. Shout hallelujah. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
How many of us are enjoying this message? Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
So, this is the 7 assemblies. The 7 assemblies. Representing the general assemblies of Yahweh in all ages. As we go down, we shall be discussing the 7 assemblies from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the last. We shall see the age of each of them, and we see their works. Then from there we find out the level where we are. It will be open to you. The level where we are in the world, the age where we are in the faith, in the world today. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Okay. Now the 7 assemblies, as I said, okay, you can write this one again. 7 assemblies symbolize all assemblies and what their conditions will be in all ages of human existence on earth. All right. The 7 assemblies symbolizes all the assemblies and what their conditions will be in all ages of human existence on earth. I think we are through with this once. We are through with it. The 7 assemblies symbolize about the 7 assemblies. You know, in the King James version, they call it church, right?
Yes.
They call it 7 churches. But I think in our studies, we have talked about it. The reason why we do not use the word church, right?
Symbolize what?
The 7 assemblies symbolize the situation, the condition, sorry. Use the word, the condition of all the assemblies in all ages.
Condition of all the assemblies of the
Symbolizing the conditions of all the assemblies in all ages of human existence. All the assemblies of Yahweh. Don't worry, you can write from here if you don't get it. In all ages of human existence. We need a man than anyone. On earth. So I'm just enjoying this moment. Yes. The 7 assemblies symbolize the conditions
of all
of all
Yahweh.
the assemblies of Yahweh in all ages of war, human existence, beginning from the time of the apostles. Hallelujah. The 7 assemblies symbolize the conditions of all the assemblies of Yahweh in all ages of human existence on earth. Now, what can they go on? Now, that 7 assembly in Turkey that existed in Turkey, in Asia Minor, was standing for the whole assemblies of Yahweh that will exist on earth. What their conditions will be, what their age will be, what their situations will be in every age, in every age of human existence on earth. So what I'm trying to say here, that it does not limit to the assembly in Turkey that was no longer existing. Okay? Maka. You didn't get me. You didn't get me. You know, this is a revelation. You know, sometimes we go higher, deeper in the spirit. Maka, the word of Yahweh, and we are about to cover all the words of Yahweh. Each word in the Bible must be covered and explained to the assemblies in detail. Hallelujah. Praise Yahweh. Now, we have the assembly in what? Let me write the names again. Ephesus. The assembly in Ephesus represents the time of the apostles. We are entering into business now. If you are not following apostolic age. The assembly in Ephesus represents the time of the apostles. Apostolic age. Are you seeing from there? It represents what? Apostolic age. The word translated, the meaning of Ephesus means desirable. It means what? Desirable, something that is highly desired. Ephesus means what? Desirable. You are not just seeking. Hallelujah. So, in the same way, we are going to cover all the 7 assemblies, and we shall see where they belong and what Yeshua, want them to know. Praise God. Watch it. Ephesus means what? Desirable. Okay? And it represents what? Apostolic age. That was why Yahweh wrote it first. The first assembly that John wrote letter to was the assembly in what? Ephesus. It means the first assembly of Yahweh on earth. That one that Yeshua built directly with the apostles. The era of the apostles is the era of the Ephesian assembly. That is the assembly of Yahweh in Ephesus. It means apostolic age. Hallelujah. I know that Chin is getting what I'm saying. I'm sure that Evangelist Chin is getting me very, very clear. Shout hallelujah. Okay. Ephesus means what? Desirable. Desirable. Yeah, not to seek it. Yeah, not to seek it. Praise Yahweh. Okay, like as I told you that Yeshua started with what? Greetings. Okay? After greeting, he extended grace and blessings to the assemblies before he now bring rebuke. Hallelujah. I found about 2 assemblies that Yeshua did not talk about 4 in their midst. So Yeshua brought greetings. After greeting them, he blessed them and he gave them his grace. He said, grace be unto you from the one who is, from the one who was, from the one who is to come. He said, peace be unto you. Hallelujah. After greeting them, he blessed them. Then after blessing them, he rebuke them in the areas that they are not getting it right. Hallelujah. Okay. Are you still ready? Yes, sir. So that Ephesus represents what? Apostolic age. It means desirable. Okay, the encouragement and rebuke. You can write it down, I know you might have been through this one. Yeah. The encouragement and rebuke from Yeshua to the seven assemblies. The encouragement and rebuke. From Yeshua, the encouragement and rebuke from Yeshua to the seven assemblies. To the seven assemblies, right? Stands for the overall preaching and teachings. The encouragement and rebuke from Yeshua to the seven assemblies stand for the overall teachings and preachings that all assemblies shall continue to receive till the return of Yeshua. Stand for the preaching and teachings that all the assemblies shall continue. That's why every time you come to the assembly, we preach, we teach to receive. In all ages, till the return of Yeshua, till when Yeshua will come. The why man unless you have as in the one man. The encouragement and rebuke from Yeshua to the seven assemblies represent the overall teachings, preachings that the assemblies shall continue to receive till the return of Yeshua. The encouragement and rebuke. Because you know Yeshua, when he comes to the assembly in Ephesus, after addressing them, he rebuked them. Okay? He comes to the assembly in Smyrna, after addressing them, he rebuked them. Never had again. He rebuked them. So those rebuke and the encouragement, he encouraged some of them, he rebuked some of them. Those rebuke and the encouragement. How come you rebuke? Why you rebuke? When you rebuke someone, you chastisement. It stands for the overall teachings that the assembly will continue to receive till the return in all ages, till the return of Yeshua the Messiah. That is why we are still preaching in this age. That's why when you come during the time of new moon, we teach the word of Yahweh. You come in our Wednesday fasting, we teach the word of Yahweh. You come during the time of Passover, we teach the word of Yahweh. That is why every Sabbath you see here the word of Yahweh. That is why when you come during the feast of Pentecost, during the feast of Tabernacle, you hear the word of Yahweh. Because Yeshua rebuked the assembly and he equally encouraged them. Okay? So that encouragement and rebuke stand for all the teaching, overall teachings that the assemblies in all ages shall continue to receive until the return of the Messiah on earth. Hallelujah. 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 Okay, let's take up Ephesians chapter 5. Ephesians chapter 5. verse 25. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25. Husband,
love
your wives.
Love their wives. Even
as Messiah.
Even as the Messiah loved their assembly.
Also love the assembly.
Okay, look at it this way. Husband love their wife, even as the Messiah loved the assembly. Yes.
And gave himself for it.
And because he loved the assembly, he gave himself to die because of the assembly. What happened again? That
in order.
So that in order
to quadruple it.
To sanctify it. So that he will sanctify it and cleanse it with the washing of water
by the
word. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yeshua, husband, love their wife, even as Yeshua loved the assembly and died for it, so that he will continue to sanctify the assembly and wash the assembly with the washing of the water of the word by the word of Yahweh. That's why we preach in the assembly. That's why we teach in the assembly. Every time you come here, we will teach. The word will be finished. Hallelujah. People that will still be converted in 30 years' time will still continue to hear the word of Yahweh. They are new every morning. Shout hallelujah. The thing cannot finish in my mouth. Hallelujah. Praise be to the name of Yahweh. So that is why the encouragement each assembly in all ages must hear the encouragement from Yeshua. They will hear a rebuke from Yeshua so that they will fix their life in order. So the encouragement and rebuke from Yeshua to the seven assemblies stand for all overall teachings and the preachings that the assembly will shall keep on receiving till the return of Yeshua the Messiah back on earth. And he said in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25, husband love their wife, even as Yeshua loved the assembly and gave himself for the assembly. In order to sanctify, that's why he sanctified the assembly and cleansed the assembly with the washing of water through the word of Yahweh. Using the word of Yahweh to sanctify. That is why you see a sinner who was living in the sin, but when he comes to the assembly and he begins to listen to the word of Yahweh every time, within some months, the person begins to change, right? Okay? Hallelujah. I know some of you who were smokers before, but now you cannot smoke again. Praise be to the name of Yahweh. The word has washed you. You know, some of you who are prostitutes, fornicators, you cannot commit fornication again because the word has sanctified you and washed you. Hallelujah. Even the word that we teach. Hallelujah. Shout hallelujah. That is the encouragement. That is the rebuke that Yeshua gave to the seven assemblies, which stand for the overall preaching and teachings that all the assemblies, both now and in the future, shall continue to receive from Yeshua as a means of encouragement. It will continue like that before Yeshua will return. 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1 to 2. Or you can extend it to verse 4. 2 Timothy chapter 4. And next time when you are reading the scripture for us, use King James Version or NIV. Praise the Lord. To make what we are doing very easy for us. 2 Timothy chapter 4, from verse 1 to 4.
2 Timothy chapter 4, from verse 1 to 4.
Yes.
In the sight of Yahweh,
in the sight of Yahweh,
the Master Yeshua HaMashiach,
and before Yeshua the Messiah,
who shall judge the living and the dead,
who is coming back to judge the living and the dead,
at his appearing,
when he shall come in his kingdom, his reign.
I earnestly charge you.
Charge you.
Proclaim the word.
So preach the word.
Be urgent in season.
Instant in season and out of season. Be ready at all times. You minister of Elohim, be ready at all times to teach the word in season and out of season. Be instant, be ready.
Reprove.
Attentive all the time. Rebuke the people. Reprove the people.
Warn
the people.
Appeal,
beg. Sometimes you beg, sometimes you encourage, but you will do it with patience.
and teaching.
You teach.
For there shall be a
Because
time
time shall come
when there shall not be a sound teaching,
longer pay attention to sound doctrine,
but according to their own
but they will
desires,
go and recruit teachers. Hallelujah.
they shall heap up for
They will
themselves
heap up teachers. How many
teachers,
teaching ear to hear?
taking their ear.
You see, they will have itching ear to hear something that is not a sound doctrine from those teachers that Satan will recruit. You know, young more. When you say a time shall come, when people will go and recruit teachers, it doesn't mean it is people. Shout hallelujah. But that age, what people like to hear is what Satan will give to them. Shout hallelujah. Are you getting me here? So he said, preach the word. That is why Yeshua rebuked that is preaching to the assemblies. That is why he encouraged. He said, do it with patience. Be instant in season and out of season. On the Sabbath day, on the new moon day, on the day of prayers, on the day of Passover, on the day of Pentecost, on the day of Tabernacle. Anytime the assemblies are gathered, encourage them and rebuke them. Teach them my word. That is why Yeshua sanctified the assembly, because he loved the assembly. That's why he said, husband, love your wife. And the Messiah loved the assembly. And that's why he died for the assembly, that he might sanctify the assembly and cleanse the assembly with the washing of the water of the blood. Shout hallelujah.
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 This is the same word that the native doctor will hear and drop his arm and begin to follow the Messiah. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
This is the same word that somebody who is in demonic kingdom, an occultic man, will hear the word. And he drops his occultism and begin to follow the Messiah. And when you pray a prayer of deliverance, Yeshua will deliver you and begin to worship. Simultaneously, begin to worship, begin to cleanse him until he become a perfect man. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Okay, God bless you in the name of Yeshua Mashiach. Next week we shall start from Seven Assembly. God bless you. Shalom.